hire 2 new coaches, and we have a dynamic team. And I think most of you guys have met your coach. I am now the coach for special students that have either, you're either part of the Second Chance Pell group, or you are ability to benefit. And for the ability to benefit students, or even regular students, if you know someone that does not have a high school diploma yet, please send them to talk to me so that we can get them enrolled in our ability to benefit program, which is a dual program where they can be working on their GED and taking college courses. So that's a pretty good deal. So if you know anybody that needs their high school diploma, they can come to Shorter and begin that process. And also, if you're a SAC student, you have to come see me. Now, the difference between seeing me and the other 2 coaches, you have to see me once a week. And if you don't understand why, just come and we'll have a conversation about it. And it's really so that I can keep my hands on you and make sure that you're getting what you need to succeed. So without further ado, I will now bring Toby. Toby will come and speak to you.
Thank you, Jackie. Thank you. Thank you guys for that warm round of applause. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Like Jackie was saying, it is awesome being the student success coach at Shorter College. I will talk for no more than 8 minutes. Thank you, Lord. Yes. And the Lord helped me with this. And I will speak about the bookmark, but I'll incorporate it with the story. There I was, sitting in a room filled with friendly faces and brilliant minds. For the first time in my life, I had everything, even though I had nothing. I was in the right place at the right time, but with the wrong mindset. I then made my way to the restroom to clear my thoughts. As I stared in the mirror, the following words spewed from my mouth. Toby, you are the world's greatest procrastinator. How much longer will you push aside your dreams and stand in the way of your own success? I stared in the mirror and I turned on the faucet, trying to wake myself up. Dashed some cold water into my face, Kim. That didn't wake me up. I was in college and I had just received my first bad grade. I told myself right there, when I walked to the restroom, that I was about to quit. I'm gonna walk out and I'm never going to come back to college because it's too hard. That was 2010. After I left out of the restroom, I had a choice to either go to the parking lot and never come back, or stay in college. Eric, I had a choice. Dr. Nichols, I had a choice. Sandra, Sue, Thomas, Nick, I had a choice. Each one of us, we had that same choice. So when we sat around the room the other day, I said, if I was a student at Shorter College, what would I want? Just for someone to give me something. So the Department of Student Affairs sat around and we created this bookmark for you guys. And everyone came up with a bullet point. And we start off, we want you to be, it should be extremely successful and to have a great academic journey at Shorter College. Please remember the following points as you gain more knowledge and experience. Marquise, stand up and read number 1.
Please develop a good relationship with all your instructors.
Thank you. What does that mean? That doesn't mean to just come in class and leave. That means to develop a good relationship with all your instructors. Can you have a good relationship with your parents? your mom, your father, if you never speak to them. Just walk inside the house, you live there. When you think about Shorter College, this is your house. Founded on Christian principles. This is your house. And they embrace you with open arms, and we are family. So remember that. Remember that. Develop a good relationship. Mr. S.Q., Dwayne, with all your instructors. 2, attend each class and complete all assignments in a timely manner. That's extremely important. That's extremely important because when I was about to quit, that's one thing I had failed in. Putting my priorities first. Standing in the mirror and looking at myself saying, I'm about to walk out of college. But in my mind, I was supposed to receive my associate's degree and then receive my bachelor's degree. And I got to one day receive my master's and my doctoral degree. Those are not words coming out of my mouth. It's the truth. I see it just as clear as I see you guys standing in front of me, sitting in front of me. Meet with your student success coach as required. Some of you guys are straight A students. You still have to meet with us. And that doesn't mean that it's going to have to be a long-winded conversation, but meet with us, let us know how you're doing, because we want you to be extremely successful. Mr. Dwight Hall, myself, the Department of Student Affairs, all the administrators at Shorter College, and all your instructors want you to be extremely successful at Shorter College. It's extremely important. I had to learn it the hard way, and when I told myself in that mirror, I said, never again will I have the mindset of a loser. Never again will I have the mindset to say that it's okay to quit. So I finished in college, and that particular class, that bad grade, I turned into A, and I ended up with a cumulative GPA of 3.92. I never made another B in college. I made straight A's from that point on. Because that's what it takes. There's no reason to walk through the door unless you're going to give your all to it. 120%. Next, visit with the Department of Student Affairs to learn how to avoid account holds. Because if you don't see us twice a month, Ms. Jackie, once every week, you can have a hold put on your account, and you will. Because knowing what's best for somebody, if we are truly family, whether I see you every day or whether I see you once a month, I just want to see you. I just want to see you. Mr. Hall wants to see you. Just check in. Some students just come in and check in. I'm doing great. Let me sign in. But some students come in and they say, Mr. Hall, Mr. Dowery, I have a problem. Can we talk about it? Yes. And we come up with a solution. When I can't handle it, walk down the hall to Miss Jackie, and we handle it together as a team. Yolanda also does a great job. Mrs. Washington does a great job at interacting with the students. And I know that everybody in each department wants what's best for you guys. I'm talking about every department. In college, I had a few instructors that I loved, some that I liked a lot, and one or two, I said, man, I can't believe I gotta go through this. Yeah, you're gonna have some instructors that you don't like, but you gotta go through that door. You're gonna have some family members that you don't like. Guess what? Still your family. My aunt that cusses me out all the time that chews tobacco, hey, I love her. That's still my aunt. And get involved with student organizations on campus. Check your VFAO, and make sure your financial aid is in order. It's extremely important. You don't want to wait till the last minute talking about why I didn't get my change check, my refund check. Make sure that your stuff is in order. Check your email daily. And last but not least, ask for help before it's too late.
Amen.
Ask for help before it's too late.
Amen.
We have some awesome administrators. We have some awesome administrators, faculty members, and staff members. Ask for help before it's too late. Because when I first enrolled in college, that's what I had to do. I had to push my pride aside. I had to tell myself, even though my cumulative GPA was 3.92, I didn't know everything. And I had to learn from everybody. That's extremely important. You guys, look at you. You are a brilliant group of students. And we at Shorter College want you to be extremely successful. Have a great day. Good morning. How are y'all doing today? Good morning. Good morning. Okay, so everybody give Mr. Daugherty another round of applause. So I've met most of you. My name is Dwight Hall. I like interaction. I like to talk, so I don't think I'm going to need a microphone at all. So in your hands, when you walked in, you should have received something called an academic hot sheet. If you do not have one, raise your hand. If you do not have one, raise your hand. Mr. Hollister, will you help me out, please? Everybody that has their hand raised, will you pass one of these out? Yes. Thank you. So what I'm going to talk to you a little bit about today is the application pretty much of what Mr. Daugherty talked about, okay? So I want to give you a couple of examples, okay? So first example, if you had $50 come out of your account just by showing your hands, show of hands, would you miss it? Would you know if that $50 was gone out of your account? Raise your hand. Okay. Hands down. Let's say you had $25 missing out of your account. Raise your hand if you would miss it.
Oh, no, miss it, no.
Okay. But if you would notice. If you would notice. Okay. Raise your hand. Okay. 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 $5 coming out of your account. Would you miss it? Would you notice? Okay. So the point that I'm trying to make is hands down. Hands down. The point that I'm trying to make is you have to be intentional about what you're doing. Does that make sense? Yeah. You notice when money is coming in and out of your account because it's something that you care dearly about, it's something that you care passionate about. We all need our money, our coins, as you would say, right? Mm-hmm. So the important thing is we have to be intentional as students. That's the biggest thing that you have to realize as a student. That your job now is to be a student, all right? Another quick example. So let's say if you get pulled over by the police, correct? What are things that you need if you're pulled over by the police? Not saying you did anything wrong, but what are things that you need? You know they're going to ask you for. Driver's license. What else? Registration. What else? Insurance. Okay. So, as it's being passed out, academic hot sheet. Everybody say academic hot sheet.
Academic hot sheet.
Okay, I want you to take a look at this and we're going to run through this. As a student, this is something that you should have on you at all times per semester. This is your academic hot sheet. To be intentional about being a student, to get help, as Mr. Daugherty was saying, before it's too late, you have to know what's going on about every aspect of your academic career. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Awesome, awesome. So, some things that are on here is everybody knows their name, but your expected graduation date, your degree program, and the semester and the year that it's in. Very, very important for you to know what program you're in. Okay? I've asked a couple of students, and I'm not pinpointing anyone out, but I've asked a couple of students, I say, well, what is your degree program? They say, I don't know. Well, if you're going to be a doctor, if you're going to be a lawyer, if you're going to be any of these great positions, a physician, how do you know where you're going if you don't even know where you're starting? We got to know what your degree program is. We got to know every aspect of it. It's just that important. Think of that bank account, and it's got to be the exact same way. You've got to know what's coming in, you have to know what's coming out, okay? So with that being said, your cumulative GPA, does anybody know what that is? Cumulative GPA, does anybody know what that is? If not, okay, if not, that's fine. The reason why you should know your cumulative GPA is because it's the accumulation of your GPA over the semester that you're here. Let me explain to you why that's important. I've heard some of you say that you want to be doctors, some of you want to be lawyers or educators. Do you realize that if your cumulative GPA isn't even in the right place, you won't even get accepted into a program after Shorter College? It's very, very important that you understand that. Okay? Things that you have to know. You have to know this. Okay? If you want your dreams to come true, if you want some of the great things that I've heard you say when you come into our office, you got to know these things, okay? Your academic advisor. Raise your hand if you know who your academic advisor is. Awesome. Awesome. The reason why that's important is because you need to know who you're talking to. Every semester, you have somebody that's supposed to guide you on your way. They're advising you academically, right? So if you were going to be, what's your goal?
My goal?
Yes, sir. End goal.
Graduate with social degree.
Okay, but what kind of career?
Oh, business.
Business. Okay. So let's say you were going to be a business person. Okay, whatever field you choose. Do you think maybe talking to a doctor would be the best person for that field? You might get some good advice, right? But the person
you on practice.
Exactly, right. So we need to talk to people while you're here. If you're advising, that's your expert in that field. That's who you should be talking to, okay? So you have to know that person, and they're already here for you. You've made it easy, okay? Shorter colleges put people in place that are highly qualified. Ms. Boyd-Owen, Ms. Lockhart, Dr. Hertz, I can go on, Reverend Mary, so on and so forth. You have people here outside of your student success coaches, outside of the student success office, that's here to guarantee your success. You have to know who these people are. On the other hand, the line below that, student success coach. Myself, you've met me, I've met some of you, and you've met Mr. Daugherty. If you don't know us or you haven't seen us, it's very, very important that you see us at least twice a month. Now, my students so far know, and I tell it to all the students, as well as Mr. Daugherty, is that when you come into the office, we expect to see you once a week. If you want to build that relationship, stick your head in and say hello. How are you doing? Let us get to know each other. Let us get to know you. It's very, very important that we know who you are because, one, when we're here to assist you academically, we have to know who you are. And then two, when we have to go to battle for you, we have to know who you are. It's just that simple. We're here every morning, everybody in the Student Success office, Miss Jackie, Mr. Toby, Miss Yolanda, everybody wakes up thinking about you guys. Every time we come here, we wake up thinking about you guys. So we want to know you. We want to know who you are, but you have to come meet us halfway. You have to find out who we are. We walk around on the other side and in our office, okay? So it's very, very important. And under this line, I put a signature and a date for you. Every time you see us, we will sign off, okay? Twice a month, but we would like to see you once a week, okay? Under that, name of the class, your professor's name, your professor's number, your professor's email. Now, understand that your professor, in their syllabus they give you, it's a contract. The syllabus that your instructor gives you is a contract, okay? In that, they'll have a number and an email and a way for them to contact you. But I've asked a lot of students, I say, hey, what class are you in that you need help with? They say, I don't know, he teaches science. Well, he teaches science as a professor at the school, and we got to know who he is. If you really want to be successful in this class, like Mr. Daugherty was saying, if you want to build that relationship, you have to know who that person is. Let me give you an example of why, and I understand that that's challenging sometimes because you have to step outside of your shell, okay? How many Miss Lockharts are there? Okay. How many Miss Boyd-Owens are there? Okay. How many Dr. Hertz are there? When you're students in a class, how many students are in the class? 15, 20, 30 students, right? The thing of it is that a lot of times we have to break that communication barrier because a lot of students it can be intimidating for them to talk to the instructor, but you wouldn't be intimidated to ask for your check, you wouldn't be intimidated to ask for anything else, okay? So you have to have that same tenacity and dogmatic behavior about getting what's yours and getting what you're here for. But understand that there's only one professor, so sometimes you have to go to them and say, hey, I know you got a lot going on, but I'm very intently serious about being in your class. This is what I want to do. These are my goals. Is there a time that we can sit down and talk? A lot of times, teachers have a lot going on in their mind as well. So when they're teaching a class, if they're thinking about the needs of you and the needs of 10 or 15 other students in the class, sometimes in the middle of the class while somebody's instructing isn't the best time to ask them a question. Don't have to worry about that. I'll give you the answer. The answer to talk to your instructor is before class. 5 minutes early, 10 minutes early. I'll give you another option. After class. A great time to talk to your professor. A great time to talk to your instructor for help. Okay? On here, sometimes it's better they're busy, professors have to leave and go to another school or go to another class. That's why we have email. Okay? It's important that you learn how to compose and construct a professional email so that the teacher knows who you are, they know how to contact you, and they can address you appropriately. Does that make sense? Yes? Are y'all still with me?
Yes.
All right. So if you need help with that, stop by the office, Student Success Office, and I will help you do that. Last point, and then I'm going to sit down. Student ID number, student email, and student password. Okay? Do you remember the example about what I gave you as far as for police schools, you need your driver's license, your registration? It's just a requirement. You just know that when you get your driver's license, these are things that you need. Okay? As a student, you have to know your email. You have to know the passwords. You have to know these things. As Toby so eloquently put, Shorter College is yours. This is your house. Everybody here is here to assist you. But you've got to do your part a little bit. Know some of the information that's important to you, okay? Guys, and I'm getting ready to sit down. I know that school can be challenging. I know that school can be hard. I'm not going to share too much of my story, but I'm going to tell you this. I started off my first semester of school with a 1.2 GPA. A 1.2 GPA. I got put out of other schools because I had a learning disability and I didn't understand how to deal with it. I want you to understand that school is what you make it.
Yes.
Okay? It's what you make it, and you got to put in work.
Yes.
Period, point blank. I'm not going to give it to you any other way. If you're here to get your degree, and if you're here to make your life better, put in the work.
Yes.
It's just that simple. I can't give it to you any other way. I can help you as much as I can, but you got to put in the work. And I promise you, if you work, I'll be there every step of the way. I'll walk with you every step of the way. I'll hold your hand. I'll do whatever you got to do. Whatever we have to do to get you there, but you got to work, okay?
Yes.
Thank you so much for listening.